It isn't just the lyrics, it's the beat.
Hey there, Phil Gray, host of Retrospect 60s Garage Punk Show. Thank you for clicking on this video, but I just want to say before you get into it that this is a back episode, just one of a handful up on YouTube. If you want to find all the Retrospect podcasts, so that's great 60s garage punk, garage rock, freakbeat, psychedelia, and more, you need to find it on a podcasting platform. I recommend Apple Podcasts first and foremost. Almost all the episodes also on Spotify, but you'll find them on pretty much every podcasting platform that exists. Just search Retrospect 60s Garage Punk. Also find us on Facebook and Insta and Blue Sky, where your feedback is absolutely welcome, as is your like, your follow, your rating, your review, and your comment. That all helps. So, let's get into the video. Enjoy.
The music that they're planning to use to crumble the morals of America is this rotten, filthy, dirty, lewd, lascivious junk called rock and roll.
An hour of 60s underground music from around the world. Retrospect 60s Garage Punk Radio. Great 60s Garage Punk, freakbeat and psychedelia. Podcast via all good podcasting providers and facebook.com/Retrospect Garage Punk Radio.
Legions on rock and roll music and why I preach against it, and I believe with all of my heart that it is a contributing factor to our juvenile delinquency of today.
I'm a boy, poor and I'm blue. I've got no one except you. I was brought up in the slums, and now I've come back with nothing but rum. Got no money to pay my rent, haven't got a 1 cent. My only hope is to get on the run and bring with me my little bottle of rum. Say I'm no good, it's no lie. And though I might just lay down, I wanna die. My precious little bottle of rum never passes me by. I'm a boy who's down on my luck, and a guy who won her ball. My only hope is to get on the run and bring with me my little
Phil Gray. Welcome again to Retrospect 60s Garage Punk radio show and podcast. This week, episode 648. And this week especially, my thoughts go out to my friends across the US. Irrespective of your political alliances, like a lot of people, I fear the US is going into turbulent times. Turbulent and scary. This episode, though, I've named it Trans-Tasman Tussle. That reference means nothing to you. The Tasman Sea is a stretch of water between New Zealand and Australia. And this episode entirely tracks from this part of the world, down under. We started off with a track out of Australia, Melbourne, Australia, with a band who became one of the most popular in Melbourne. They released 2 singles for HMV Records, formed in 1965, very much influenced by the Beatles and other sounds coming out of the UK. They grew their hair long, caused problems because some band members were still in school. In fact, one of them, John Levy, was only 14 and he was instructed to either get his hair cut or be expelled, so he left. This band toured Adelaide and Sydney. They were on a popular Australian TV show called Go, another one called Commotion. and a probable highlight of their career, supporting the Rolling Stones in their 1966 tour of Australia and New Zealand. The band is called The Moods, classic Australian garage rock track called Rum Drunk.
I have really good news. This is one of the greatest accomplishments in history.
And continuing with cool tracks out of Australia, this one is a classic Australian garage track from a band formed 1964 playing R&B and jazz before becoming, quote, the most relentlessly experimental psychedelic band on the Melbourne discotheque dance scene. They formed as students at Melbourne University. They are called the Wild Cherries, and here's an iconic Australian track. It is called Chrome Plated Yabby.
Good girl or to act. You're trying to be a big star, baby. You're never gonna be wise. Don't you face the fact? I tell you, child, you ain't good looking. Why don't you let me love you? Keep away from those other guys, girl. I'll take you where the good times are. Show you how to live like a lady, please. Them other guys just put you down, baby. You'll get a bad name all over town, baby. I'll love you better than they do. Give me a chance and I'll show you. I'll show you, baby. 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 I'll take you where the good times are. Show you how to live like a lady, please. Them other guys just put you down, baby. You'll get a bad name all over town, baby. I'll show you, 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 baby.
Hello, this is Zach Olson from the Frowning Clouds, Orb, Herefins, Traffic Island, and various other bands from the psychedelic Australian underground, and you're listening to Retrospect with Phil Gray. I'll sing, oh, 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 I'll sing, oh, 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 I'll sing, oh, oh, oh. I'll sing, oh, 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 oh. Well, I love you.
it comes. Well, here it comes. Oh, here it comes. I'll sing, oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. 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 All right. All right. All right now. All right. All right. All right.
Let's take a look at the magnificent new Holden. Note Holden's styling. It's functional, trend-setting, and years ahead because it's curved. The curved styling gives you much more room inside, more room than any car anywhere near the price. Plenty of room in the boot, too, as much luggage space as you'll ever need. And you have the choice of Holden's 3 great engines for really spirited performance. You can't go past Holden for value.
When I was 14, I was too young for you. You were just somebody I knew and cared nothing about. I didn't want you when I was 14, couldn't resist you when I was 15. Now I can have you at 16. So it's a lonely 16 for me. When I was 15, I was growing up alright. You said I was the prettiest girl you ever took out. I didn't want you when I was 14, couldn't resist you when I was 15. Now I can have you at 16. So it's a lonely 16 for me. Day by day, you stole my heart away. Then day by day, our love went astray. Now that I'm 16, you have grown tired of me. You've left me all so blue with a capital B. I didn't want you when I was 14, couldn't resist you when I was 15. Now I can have you at 16. So it's a lonely 16 for me. I didn't want you when I was 14, couldn't resist you when I was 15. Now I can have you at 16. So it's a lonely 16 for me.
With Retrospect episode 648, Trans-Tasman Tussle, comparing and contrasting tracks out of Australia and New Zealand, both sides of the Tasman Sea. Set of 3 out of Australia, the Wild Cherries, chrome-plated Yabby, chrome with a K. Yabby is like a shellfish, or a prawn, that you find in Australia. Followed that with a band who formed in 1964 as the Impacts. They became the Purple Hearts. They're out of Brisbane. That name changed because there was another band called the Impacts, so that chose Purple Hearts. A not uncommon phrase in the beat music scene or the mod subculture. Fronted by a guy called Mick Hadley, described as an amazing frontman, riveting audiences with his wild-eyed performances. The Purple Hearts with Here 'Tis, or Here apostrophe 'Tis. And our third selection out of Australia, going back a little bit earlier. 1964 on HMV, it was a track called Lonely 16 by Anne, Reilly and the Echomen. The Echomen, fairly well-known Australian rock and roll band around the Sydney scene. Anne Reilly, a Sydney singer with a TV career, released the track Lonely 16 on EMI. We head to New Zealand straight after this. Hi, I'm Phil Gray, host of Retrospect 60s Garage Punk Show. It's a labour of love, and if you dig what I do, why not buy me a beer? Or just a coffee? You can do that now via buymeacoffee.com/Mr. Phil Gray. That's buymeacoffee.com/MrPhilGrey, Mr. Phil Gray. I may not be able to have a beer or coffee in person, but we can do it virtually. On with the show.
A place to turn.
We've had 4 tracks out of Australia. Let's take 4 in a row from here in New Zealand. Starting off with a band called the Librettos. You can see them on Insta and Facebook. They were active 60 to 66, forming while members were attending Rongotai College in Wellington, apparently choosing the name the Librettos at random by sticking a pin in a dictionary. By 1963, they had pretty good following in Wellington. Then 1964, they supported Billy J. Kramer and the Dakotas and Cilla Black on a 1964 tour of New Zealand, boosting their exposure significantly. Same year, they recorded their only LP, Let's Go with the Librettos, which includes a cover of The Ventures' Let's Go, probably their best known song here in New Zealand, as it was used as the theme song for the Let's Go TV show. The band headed to Sydney in March 1965, found themselves competing with dozens if not hundreds of bands much the same. The band did not go much further. Here's my favourite track from the Librettos, their cover of Paul Revere and the Raiders' Kicks.
Girl, you thought you found the answer on that magic carpet ride last night. When you wake up in the morning, the world still gets you untied. Well, there's nothing that you ain't tried to fill the emptiness inside. But when you come back down, girl, still ain't feeling right. And don't it seem like kicks just keep getting harder to find? And all your kicks ain't bringing you peace of mind. Before you find out it's too late, girl, you better get straight. Oh, but not with kicks. You just need help, girl. When you think you're gonna find yourself a little piece of paradise, it ain't happened yet, so girl, you better think twice. Don't you see, no matter what you do, you'll never get away from you. And if you keep on running, you'll have to pay the price. And don't it seem like kicks just keep getting harder to find? And all your kicks ain't bringing you peace of mind. Before you find out it's too late, girl, you better get straight. No, you don't need kicks to help you face the world this way. That road goes nowhere. I'm gonna help you find yourself and get away. Kicks just keep getting harder to find. You don't need kicks, girl, bringing you peace of mind. You just before you find girl, it's too late. Oh, you better get straight. No, you don't need kicks, girl. Keep getting harder to find. You just need kicks, girl, bringing you peace of mind.
Why don't you turn up for the refreshing, tingling taste of ice cold tea? Now's the time for a long, cool glass of iced tea. Clean, fresh tea is the total taste. Yeah, 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 yeah.
The Monaco, Federal Street. Go to the Monaco, strictly for swingers. Friday and Saturday from 7:30. Shake till your back aches to the big sounds of today. Top 10, soul, rhythm and blues. Oh, I tell you, guys and gals, the Monaco is good news. Friday or Saturday, take off to the Monaco. Fab, fun, and strictly for jet set teens.
Try to groove a while and make it happen for a time. Nothing's been happening for so long now. We've got to get it going. Stop the city's flowing with love. Try it with the crunch. Everybody crunch. Don't you know you gotta be the leader of the bunch? Have you tried the crunch? Everybody crunch. Everybody try to be the leader of the bunch. It looks like we've been sleeping like logs, 'cause everything has gone to the dogs. Baby, I'm saying here's our chance to start a fresh thing going. Make a move and showing our love. Come on and do the crunch. Everybody crunch. Everybody try to be the leader of the bunch. Have you tried the crunch? Everybody crunch. Don't you know you gotta be the leader of the bunch? Everybody crunch. Have you heard about the crunch? Everybody crunch. Have you heard about the crunch? Everybody crunch.
It's Retrospect, episode 648, the Trans-Tasman Tussle, Australia versus New Zealand, in the great tradition of rugby, cricket, and now 60s garage. 4 tracks, Librettos covering Paul Revere and the Raiders' Kicks. Then Thomas Adderley, born in Birmingham in the UK in 1940. Throughout his career, he managed clubs in Auckland. He was a pop singer, a jazz singer, a blues singer, TV entertainer, festival organiser, also it says here, a junkie and a prisoner. His first album was in fact his vocals in front of imported backing tracks. He was known for wearing a lurid silver and mauve suit. He did a lot of things. He was in a band called Tommy Adderley's Head Band, but Tommy Adderley passed away in 1993 at the age of just 52 years old. Tommy Adderley included in that set with a very brief, actually a radio ad for tea called Tea is the Total Taste. Followed that up with A Troubled Mind out of Napier on the east coast of New Zealand's North Island. They began in 1965 as a Len Whittle combo, playing around the Napier, Hawke's Bay is the region, around that area and also in Wellington. Later they changed their name to the Deep Set, recorded a number of demos that were never released, moved up to Auckland 1967, changed their name to The Troubled Mind. We had the A-side of their very first single recorded on New Zealand's iconic 60s label Zodiac, March 1968, cover of the Stones' Under My Thumb. And finally in the set of 4, another cool Kiwi garage classic, The Challenge, sort of a bubblegum group. That track though, The Crunch, written by the late Ray Columbus, released 1969, actually a promotional song and record to boost the sale of Smith's potato chips, or crisps, and an attempt to start a dance craze called The Crunch.
Now it's even easier to get your weekly dose of 60s garage rock, garage punk, freakbeat and psychedelia.
Simply ask your Spotify-enabled device to play you Retrospect 60s Garage Punk Show. Let's head back over to Australia with a band out of Melbourne, a CBS Records release from 1966. This is the Pilgrims 5, a track called And Blue.
Turn round, leave me alone and blue. What kind of fool do you really take me for? I'm gonna leave, gonna walk right out of your door. I can't stop these tears coming from my eyes. Every time I think about you and all your life.
Interesting? Well, maybe this is more interesting. How do you like this?
Retrospect.
I say, Louie, Louie, oh, baby, don't you treat me wrong. Yeah, 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 Louie, Louie, oh, baby, don't you treat me wrong. Oh, well, I had a girl, she looked so fine every time I saw her. Wanna make her mine, and she was the best girl that I ever had. When she looked
looking for that new sound.
Retrospect.
I used to come home in the evening to see my shadow on the wall, not looking for kicks or excitement or the thrill of having a ball. Frisco style of love keep growing, shown with flowers and white doves lighting. Switched on beyond social life and death is so small. There must be an exit to this world if love be in us all. Frisco style of love keep growing, shown with flowers and white dove lighting. Hate burning in my soul, for pain we found the cure. Popped and ash keep us loving, the love buzz took me on a tour. Frisco style of love keep growing, shown with flowers and white dove lighting.
Well, thanks for sticking with Retrospect this week, our Trans-Tasman Tussle, as we compare and contrast and battle between New Zealand and Australia. Got any favourites so far? Your feedback's always welcome. You can comment on the episodes on Spotify. You can certainly comment on our Instagram and Facebook posts, or you can message me directly. So we had the Pilgrims 5 and Blue. Followed that up with a band out of Melbourne, featuring two members of what would become Daddy Cool, but as the Finks. They formed early 1965, when a 16-year-old R&B fanatic called Ross Wilson joined forces with a school-aged outfit called the Fauves, playing mainly the Shadows and the Ventures. All the members still at school. In fact, one of them only 14 years old, driven to concerts by his mum. They became hugely inspired by the Yardbirds, Pretty Things and the Rolling Stones, so very much an R&B and blues influence. The Finks released 4 singles during their career, including the track we had. Very cool take on the Kingsman classic Louie, Louie. The set wrapped with a band called the Hergs, Hergs, out of Adderley, Australia. Recorded just 1:45 before moving to Melbourne. The track we had described as a great early punk meets psychedelia track called Style of Love. A song written just the night before they went into the studio. So the Hergs, Style of Love. I'm Phil Gray. Thanks for listening to Retrospect 60s Garage Punk Show.
It's interesting. He's got a very good approval rating, and I like that. It's good.
Back to New Zealand now. Let's check out Chants R&B. Chants, C-H-A-N-T-S. Chants R&B, originally known simply as Chants, out of Christchurch, where they won the 1964 Battle of the Bands contest at the Addington Showgrounds. They headed to Melbourne, were successful there, up until they split in 1967. Very much influenced by the Stones and the Yardbirds and them, but also Otis Redding. So soul influence on Chants R&B. Here they are with Neighbour, Neighbour.
Neighbor, neighbor, stay away from my door. Neighbor, neighbor, I've told it before. You wander around town, all the time. Sure you're not about things you don't know. Neighbor, neighbor, stay away from my door. Neighbor, neighbor, don't worry, I'll make my bread. This my success is driving you out of your head. You're swimming through the hall, giving your big ears glued to my wall. Neighbor, neighbor, don't worry, I'll make my bread. Neighbor, neighbor, don't worry how I treat my wife. Neighbor, neighbor, stay out of my life. You got no troubles, no show, son of that gonna happen to you. Neighbor, neighbor, stay away from my wife. Ain't none of your business. Stay away. Oh, neighbor, neighbor, I'll leave you.
Good evening, folks. Welcome once again to the Knickerberg. I have behind me what was Palmerston North's top pop group. I say was because tonight Grim Limited are breaking up, and it was 18 months ago on a Wednesday night that they started in here, and so now it's their final appearance in Palmerston North.
But I'm a substitute for another guy. Look
Flower Power by Bendon. Colour Floradora by all the gentle colours of the rainbow world. For Floradora is just too beautiful.
Girls, this is Alison Durbin. You'll freak out over Floradora, Bendon's new bra, panty, girdle, and bikini brief.
Floradora, for you with love and flowers from Bendon.
Hey, Joe, where you going with that money in your hand? Hey, Joe, where you going with that money in your hand? Yeah. Hey, Joe, where you going with that gun in your hand? Yeah. I'm going down to Mexico. Yeah. I'm going down to find all that silver and gold. You see me running, I got no place to turn. Take a look at me and you see me burn. Hey Joe, where you going? That money in your hand. Where you going? Where you going? That gun in your hand. I'm going down to Mexico. Going down where the silver and gold. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la
A set of New Zealand tracks, Chants R&B, Neighbour Neighbour. You can see Chants R&B up on our Instagram and Facebook. Then a track from a recent release, which I featured here at the time, from a band called Grim Limited. Now, they're from a place called Palmerston North, sort of an hour and a half or so north of Wellington. Frenzy Records released a collection of live tracks from this band, described as New Zealand's answer to the Pretty Things, this live album called Shakin' It Up at the Nicoberg, described as setting to rewrite our rock and roll history in fierce and prototype-punk style. So it was a live gig from late 1966. Actually, the band's very last performance at the Nicoberg Coffee Lounge in Wellington. It's a very cool record, and I chose a very cool cover, The Who's Substitute, from Grim Limited. And wrapping the set, a little bit of psychedelia. From a band out of Wellington, actually first equal with The Formula in the 1967 Wellington Battle of the Bands. The band soon broke up, but left some demos which were recorded at HMV Studios in Wellington. From those recordings, their take on Hey Joe, which appears on a couple of great New Zealand compilations. One is called How Is the Air Up There? The other, A Day in the Mind's Mind. Sebastian's Floral Array is the band covering Hey Joe.
In fact, even New Zealand, you see what's going on in New Zealand. It's terrible. We don't want that.
Let's squeeze in one more from here in New Zealand. This is a super obscure track, but I've always loved this one. I can pretty much guarantee it's only ever been played on Retrospect. The band is called The Rising Suns, fronted by Dennis O'Brien, who went on to a solo career. Many New Zealand music fans will know him as, for many, many years, the proprietor of Slow Boat Records in Cuba Street, Wellington. Older brother of New Zealand radio personality Phil O'Brien. Hey Phil. The Rising Suns formed in 1967 in Brooklyn, Wellington. Their only recording, I believe, was this private pressing, and it's another Who track. The Rising Suns out of Wellington. This is their particularly raw take on I'm a Boy.
I'm a boy. Who says you're a boy? I'm a boy. Hey, Kate, who's this boy over here? I'm a boy. Who's this boy, Kate?
One girl was called Jean Marie.
studio.
And this record, let's take a look. It is so stupid.
Retrospect.
That's our final Australian track for this Trans-Tasman Tussle, a guy called Tony Barber, formerly lead guitarist and lyricist for Billy Thorpe and the Aztecs, Australian band formed in Sydney in 1963. Pretty big band too. So Tony Barber, No More Moanin' from 1966. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. No global garage, so to speak, but for many of you, an episode entirely from down under could be considered global garage, right? Bunch of tracks out of Australia, bunch of tracks out of New Zealand. Remember, full track listings are always posted on our Retrospect Facebook page, Instagram profile, and also usually on TikTok as well. Any highlights for you? Your feedback, very, very welcome. I'd like to shout out too to our listeners in North America across a number of community and campus stations in Canada and the northern parts of the USA. My thoughts are with you, as I said at the top of the show, and I hope those in power manage to hold things together because I'm heading over in the not too distant future. But for now, wrapping with an instrumental from a band formed right here in Hamilton, actually at St. John's Catholic College. They formed as the Trends, moved to Auckland, changed their name to the Music Convention. They're an unusual band. They're sort of locked in between surf music and psychedelia. So with this track, they just kind of, as it says here, slammed them both together and then turned it up to 11. It's a favourite of mine. It's a long time since I've had it on the show. New Zealand's The Music Convention. This is called Belly Board Beat. Turn it up loud. Thanks again for joining me. I'm Phil Gray for Retrospect 60s Garage Punk Show.